Hello everyone, my name is Sakshi Pawar. I am student of Bridsen Institute from batch 22. So today's topic for daily task video is how digital transactions are safe. Digital transactions have become increasingly secure due to advance in technology and regulations, though risk remains. Here are a breakdown of key elements affecting their safety. First one is encryption and authentication. Second one is regulatory standards. Third one is fraud detection and AI monitoring. And the fourth one is risk and threats. Fifth one is user responsibility. Digital transactions are generally safe thanks to encryption, regulatory protection, and advanced monitoring. However, they are not 100% risk free. Attackers increasingly target user directly, so staying vigilant and following the best practices is essential to dive deeper into the security of digital transactions. Let's look at several advanced aspects that contribute to their safety, including specific technologies, emerging threats, and best practices. First one is advanced security technologies. In this, first one is tokenization. This replaces sensitive information like credit card numbers with randomly generated tokens that are meaningless outside of the specific transaction context. Even if a hacker intercepts this data, they cannot use it to access your account to make unauthorized purchases. And the second one is blockchain. For some transactions, especially cryptocurrency payments, blockchain technology offers an additional layer of security. Blockchain's decentralization and transparent nature makes it difficult for any party to manipulate the transactions or data. Then the third one is secure sockets, layers, and transport layer security. These are protocols that encrypt data between users and websites, ensuring information remain private and secure during transmission. The second one is AI and machine learning in fraud detection. In this behavioral analysis, AI system analyzes user behavior like typing speed, transaction history, or geolocation, or to identify the unusual activities. This can help detect fraud by flagging any transaction that deviate from the norms. The second one is pattern recognition. Machine learning algorithms can track evolving fraud tactics and identify subtle signs of fraudulent transactions, updating defenses in real time to adapt to new types of attacks. The third one is types of emerging threats. In this, first one is account takeover. Second one is man in the middle attacks, and the third one is ransomware. Then the fourth point is biometric authentication, fingerprint, face ID, or voice recognition. Many platforms now use biometric authentication to add an extra layer of security. Since biometrics are unique to individuals, they provide a highly secure method of verification. Then behavioral biometrics. In these newer forms of biometrics involve monitoring user behaviors like typing rhythms, mouse movements, or even the way they hold the device. Behavioral biometrics can add a passive security layer often undetectable to users for detecting suspicious access attempts. Then the fifth one is multi-layered approach to security. In this risk-based authentication means RBA. Some systems are use RBA, which adjust the authentication processes based on factors like transaction size, location, or device history. If a high risk transaction is detected, extra verification steps are triggered, reducing the chance of a fraud. Then third one is security testing and auditing. Regular audits and penetration test helps institutions find vulnerabilities before attackers can exploit them. So ethical hackers or cybersecurity experts may be hired to stimulate the attacks, uh, allowing companies to strengthen their defenses. So the sixth one is the role of compliance and regulatory measures. In this General Data Protection Regulation, which is known as GDPR, while this primary protects data privacy in Europe, GDPR has a global implication, compelling companies to adopt higher data protection standards. Anti-money laundering and know your customer regulations. These regulations require financial institutions to verify customers' identities and monitor transactions for suspicious activity. They help to ensure that the accounts are not used for illicit purposes, adding another security layer for legitimate users. Then Federal Financial Institution Examination Council, which is known as FFIEC guidelines. In the US, this guidelines provides on a secure electronic transactions, helping financial institutions align with cybersecurity best practices to minimize risk. Then the seventh is consumer best practices for digital transaction security. In this, strong unique passwords are used to avoid the common phrases, reduces vulnerability to brute force attacks. Then secure networks. It avoid making transaction over public Wi-Fi. Instead, use secure networks or VPN, especially for sensitive transactions. Then software updates. Regularly updating devices and apps ensures they have the latest security patches, protecting against new vulnerabilities. Then monitoring accounts. Regularly checking bank or transaction accounts for unauthorized charges can help catch fraud early. Many banks offer real-time alerts for transactions, adding a layer of consumer-driven protection. So, overall, digital transactions are increasingly secure due to multi-layered security technologies, sophisticated fraud detection system, and strictened regulations. While risk persists, financial institution and technology companies continuously evolve to counter new threats. And consumer vigilance is key to maximizing the transaction security.